Welcome back. Welcome to the studio. What I'm going to be talking about today is I'm going to be talking about making an Ethernet cable or a patch cable or whatever you'd like to call it. And look, the dog joined me. Awesome. Dog came into frame. And the reason why I bring this up is it just occurred to me today. I was making several patch cables for a client today. They were moving a few computers around in their room and they wanted it in a different spot. And their cabling needs made it so that they needed to have the cables run from one room to the other. So I made a patch cable. Now, one of the biggest challenges with this is learning how to make a patch cable. It's something that I actually have struggled with for many years. And that's why I thought I would bring it up. Now, there's a foolproof technique that I've come up with that I think will help everybody out that is struggling same as I have. And I know what a lot of people will say in the comments, yeah, it's an easy thing, and it is. But I've always been instructed and been taught, obviously incorrectly. So I came out with a foolproof plan, and I'd like to share it with everyone. So let's get this started. Okay, welcome back. So what we have here is we have some Cat6 Ethernet cable. We have some scissors. We have a 50 pack of, now if you can see it, a 50 pack of Ethernet ends. And we have some crimpers. Okay, so first thing is open up your cable. Now for this, I could have gotten a whole box of cable, but just for this video, to make it simple, I just got 100 feet from Lowe's. Is about 20 bucks, so not a big deal. Just make a small slit, and you'll find your end, and you can just kind of feed that through the slit there. So when you're making your cable, say you have like a large box, you'll have a huge slit out of the box and you just keep pulling it. So for our purposes here, we're going to do the same thing but just with this. So we're going to grab that. And so we have the cable here. And what we're going to do is going to go ahead and take our crimper tool, and we're just going to feed the cable through. Now I like to take a large chunk. This is a lot of things people don't tell you. I take a large chunk off this cable here, and basically what you want to do with this cable is you just take your large chunk, go around 1, 2, and off, and then you'll see all your cables here. Now notice I took a large piece. So what? Cable's cheap. Who cares? Separate out your colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and put up on the screen the pinout I'm using. It's pinout type B, which is going to be the standard nowadays. And I just kicked the camera. It happens. And you just want to take your time unwinding the cable. So normally if you were in a room, you would guide that first little end, this piece here, to where you wanted it to be. And then you would cut it. You would cut it to length, so you would pull it until you got where you wanted it to be, and then you would just cut it with a pair of scissors. There we go. And then you just take that and throw it to the side. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now I'm just making a little, I guess it's about a 3 foot. Just for demonstration purposes here. Just a little 3 foot cable. And you just take your time unwinding the cable. And what I like to do is, once I get these lined up here, I start working them. So you bend them back and forth until they're flexible and pliable. Okay. So the first two of the pinout are orange, white, orange. And then we go green, white, blue. So we get our green, white ready. Get the green, white, start working it. And I'm going a little slow here. I'm normally a bit faster with this, but I thought for demonstration purposes I would go the slow beginner way. And you can always, once you get it down, you can always kind of deviate, get your own way. I have the colors memorized. Some people carry around a little punch out card. And that way they're able to better see the colors. I used to pull it up on my phone when I forgot the colors and I didn't know. But we go orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white. So again, we'll start to work this here. And you see how they're starting to jump around? So you got to be careful here because these cables do jump around, and if they're in the wrong pinout, then your cable's not going to work and you're going to be SOL. So that's no good. So I'll go ahead and get my brown, white, brown undone here. And I'm just doing it off camera here, but no magic tricks, just unwinding the cables from the twisted pairs. So we go orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and then brown, white, and brown. So you see how I have them all here? Now I'm going to slowly get them all together. And then I'm going to just work them again. Bending them back and forth. Getting it heated up and pliable. And so you'll see now, I have all of them correctly in order. So the rule of thumb is, you take your thumb and you put it at the end of the cable there, and that's how much you need. And that way you'll know how much will fit in the end. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get my scissors and there we go. And there's this little thing here. I'm going to just cut that off. And a cat comes in frame. You know you're popular when you have a cat. Black cat. Awesome. Awesome cat. So then you just take your thumb, and most people have the same size fingers, and you can always just match it up, but you just take your thumb and you line your knuckle up here with the end of it and put your thumb down there, and that's exactly how much will fit. And then you just cut it again. Make sure that they all are the same length. So just cut that a little bit more. And you'll see how that is there. So then you get your box of ends here. And you open them up. And you take one end out. And then you make sure, again, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and brown, white, brown. Now you see how that green is jumping around? So that's just one of the things that happens. Orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and brown, white, brown. So we could snake this green behind there to make it so it doesn't jump around so much. Orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and brown, white, brown. And if you keep saying the colors to yourself there, that will be the best way to memorize them. So you just start working them a little bit. And you face the clip away from you. So you see this clip here? You face that away from you. And then you take them and you line them up. Now you see how this is too long for our cable here? So then we just take it out and we do a little trim. And again, you know, this is just something you'll eventually do fairly fast. And so, a little trim here. Not too much, because then it won't fit. Face the clip away from you. Get all your cables in there. And I push down on it a little bit, and then see it goes right in. Now I like to have it a little bit shorter than that. That way you get some of the sleeve underneath your cable, and that ensures better longevity of the cable itself. So let's see, now I have some of the sleeve under there, and I'm good to go. And then you check your cable again. Orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, and brown, white, brown. You push it in there nicely, and then you take your punch down tool, insert it in, and in it goes. Now you'll want to do the same for the other end. See, we have our end here, and then we're going to go ahead and take this end and get a nice 1, 2, and do the same thing for that. If you have any questions, go in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later.